Morning, students. I hope you all have seen part 1, 2, and 3 of chapter 9. And in this part, we are going to discuss about the revolt of 1857 in Gujarat and also the end of the revolt. Now, let us begin with this part 4. Revolt of 1857 in Gujarat. See, the 7th Battalion of the British Army, they joined the revolt, where in Ahmedabad in Gujarat in June 1857. And it was soon halted where Dahod, Jalod, Godhra of Panchmahal and the witness of skirmishes with the British Army. And the soldier, they also captured the government offices with the help of the natives, and soon they were defeated. Now, moving ahead in this part, we are going to see about the Garbar Das Patel, the headman of Anand in Kheda district. He collected almost 2000 volunteers of the Koli and Naikadas communities to join the revolt. See, the Garbar Das Patel was he was the head of Anand in Kheda district, and how many he collected the volunteers? 2000 volunteers, of whom they were of Koli and Naikada communities. And see, these all they all joined the revolt. He was supported by Jivabai Thakur of Kanpur. See, Jivabai Thakur, he was from Kanpur. Malaji Joshi and Krishnadas Dave. These three of them, they have supported him. However, the supporters of Garbar Das were captured by the Britishers, tied to the cannon, and were blown off with the cannon ball fire. See what happened. This Jivabai Thakur of Kanpur, Malaji Joshi, and Krishna Das Dave. However, this supporter na, they were being captured by the Britishers, and they were tied to mouth of cannons and blown off. And Garbar Das was exiled to Andaman, where he died. And see, Garbar Das, he was also exiled to Andaman, and where he too died. The people of Chandap, that is Chandap village, which is 16 miles away from Eider, accepted the leadership of Nathaji and Yamaji and joined the revolt. See who joined the revolt? The people of Chandap village. Which village? Chandap village, where it was 16 miles, that was away, that this Chandap village, no, that is 16 miles away from Eider. They have also accepted the leadership of Nathaji and Yamaji, and they joined the revolt. And the British had camped at Nandana village between Okha and Baradi. See, the Britishers now, they also camped in Nandana village, which was between the Okha and Baradi. The British commander of navy became impatient, and he reached to the fort of Bet Dwarka via the Bay of Bengal. See, the British commander, he was there, the British commander of the navy, he became very impatient, and what he did, he reached to the fort of where Bet Dwarka, and he came from where? From Bay of Bengal. Donovan ordered an attack on the fort. See what happens. Donovan, he was the British commander of navy. He reached the fort of, and he was very became impatient. And what he did, he ordered an attack the fort. The Waghes inside the fort had no such artillery to counter attack. See, the Waghes who were there inside the fort, they were not having such artilleries to counter this attack. And at this time, the Waghes women came up with a very brave and innovative idea. See, the women of this Waghe community, these women, they were very brave, and they came out with a innovative idea. They soaked the mattresses with water in which they could catch the cannon balls. See what happened? They soaked all the mattresses were there inside the water in which they could catch the cannon balls, and cool them immediately. They can catch and cool it with water that was in the mattress. This would enable the Wagir man to fight the battle without being hit by the cannon balls, and this was helping the men to fight against the balls that were coming. Nowhere in the history of the world, such an art of valor has been exhibited. See, we cannot see such type of in our history, such an act that has been exhibited. Wagner women were very bravely disarmed the cannonball without worrying about their own lives. See, these women, they did not thought a while also of their lives, and they supported the Wagner's man very bravely. Their act of bravery was equivalent to that of Rani Lakshmi Bai. See, they act like a Rani Lakshmi Bai. The bravery, if we say in the history, Rani Lakshmi Bai's name is being called as a brave lady. In the same way, the bravery was equivalent to that this of the Wagher women. These women were the Lakshmi Bais of Gujarat, and see, all these women, they were the Lakshmi Bais of Gujarat. Cities of North Gujarat like Patan, Khelaru, Biloda, Modeti, etc. They broke into the revolt. See, various states, these north cities of north also of Gujarat, they also broke into the revolt with the help of whom? With the help of the natives. And a part of this, in December 1858, Tatya Tope stayed with his army. See, Tatya Tope, he stayed with his army in Panchmahal district of Gujarat when in December 1858, and he had to escape to the forest of Vanswada. See, where he has to escape to the forest of Vanswada when being chased by the British army. He was being chased by British army, so to escape to the fort of Vanswada. End of the revolt. See, now we will see the end of this revolt. During the revolt, weapons and soldiers were supplied to the Britishers from England, Iran, etc. See, the Britishers, they were being supplied with the weapons during the revolt, and the soldiers also from where? From England and Iran. And the revolt has started on 10th May 1857, but by the end of June 1857 the Britishers were able to regain control on Banaras and Allahabad. See what happened, this revolt now, it was being started when? On 10th of May in the year 1857, but it by the end it end on June 1857, and this British now, they were able to regain the control where? On Allahabad and Banaras. Kanpur was recaptured by the end of July. See, Kanpur was also being captured by the end of July, and Delhi in September 1857, and Delhi when in September 1857. Bahadur Shah Zafar and his queen Begum Janat Mahal were imprisoned and exiled to Rangoon, the capital of Burma. See, who were being imprisoned and exiled at Rangoon? Bahadur Shah Zafar and his queen Begum Janat Mahal. They were being exiled, they were being imprisoned at Rangoon, to Rangoon, which was the capital of Burma, where they died after few years, and they died over there. Their three sons were murdered, and they were having three sons, and they were also being murdered. Lucknow was recaptured in March 1857. See, in March 1857, Lucknow was also recaptured. Jhansi fell because of the treachery of one of the courtiers of Jhansi. See, Jhansi na, that also fell by because the betrayal of the truth. Means treachery means what? There is a betrayal of truth of one of his courtiers who was there of Jhansi, and what, as a result, what happened? Lakshmi Bai has to escape towards Kalpi, where she died. See, Lakshmi Bai, where she escaped towards Kalpi, and where she died also while fighting the battle with the British troops. When she was fighting with the British troops, she died over there at Kalpi. Nana Saheb Peshwa escaped to Nepal after the final defeat. See, where did Nana Saheb Peshwa, he escaped to Nepal, and it is believed that he lived in the Shihor village of Bhavnagar district of Gujarat, where he is believed to have died in 1902. See, what it is believed that Nana Sahib Peshwa na, yeah, that he lived in Shishore village, that was in of Bhavnagar district of Gujarat, and it is also believed that he died in the year 1902. It is said that Tatya Tope was captured due to the betrayal of one of his allies. See, it is also said that he was being captured. That this Tatya Tope was being captured by what betrayal done by one of his allies. And according to official document, Tatya Tope was hanged on 18th April 1859. See what happened according when we see in the official document, when we visit, we see about the official document. It is said that Tatya Tope, he was being hanged on 18th April 1859. However, as per the other sources, we come to know that Tatya Tope has managed to escape and someone else was hanged in his place. See what it is said. Also, it is being said that they come to know that Tatya Tope has managed to escape. He managed to escape from them, and someone else he was being hanged in his place. And it is believed that he had spent the last years in his of his life in Navsari. See, in Navsari he spent the last years of his life. Things to know. Somehow is a village in Mansa Taluka in Gandhinagar district. A tombstone that stands in the primary school has an epitaph that reads 29th November 1857. See, tombstone is a cut stone which has a writing on it, and that marks where a dead person is been buried. So it is said that it still stand over there in a primary school where in the Mansa Taluka at Samau village in Gandhinagar, and they has an epitaph, means something by which a person, time or an event is being remembered, and that is being read on, it is said on 29th November 1857. The next is, why was a revolt a failure? Why it is being said this revolt as a failure? Let us discuss. The revolutionaries failed to retrieve the power from the Britishers due to their limitations, and some of which were, see, they failed. Why? Because there were some limitations. Let us discuss the limitations. Which were they? The rebels lacked coordination. See, there was a lack of coordination. There was an absence of centralized leadership. See, the centralized leadership was also not there. There was no provisions of reinforcement of man, money, and ammunition. See, they had a lack of coordinations. There was an absence of centralized leadership also, and there was no provisions of man, money, and ammunition. So this was the reason. First reason. The second one is, the outbreak of the revolt happened way before the pre-planned date. See, the outbreak of this revolt that was happened because before it was been pre-planned date, the pre-planned date before it had taken place, and because of this, what happened as a result, the planning was disrupted, and because of this pre-planned date it was there, so the planning which was made, it was being disrupted, and it alerted the British, and in this way the British became alert. The revolt remained concentrated largely in North India. See, it was concentrated very largely in North India, and many social reforms refrained directly or indirectly from joining the revolt. See, there were many social reforms. They were also refrained directly or indirectly. They were joining the revolt. This proves that the intellectual class does not support the revolt. See, from this we come to know that the intellectual class, they did not support the revolt. India is a country known for its regional diversity in language, food, habit, dressing, etc. See, we know that India is a regional diversity. There is a diversity is being seen in India in different forms in the language, food habit, dressing, etc. And before the British rule, before this British rule, the people they were ruled by regional dynasties, and they were being ruled by whom? By the regional. The regional, they have their own dynasties, and they were being ruled by them. And as a result, what happened? The sentiment of nationalism, belongingness to India as one nation had not developed. See, because of all these things, because the sentiments which was there of belongingness, nationalism, it was in India, was one, that India is one nation, that had not been developed either in people nor in the leaders. Many leaders either sided with the British or remained passive at that time of the revolt. See what happened. Many of the leaders, they were sided with the Britishers. Some of them, they also remained passive at that time of the revolt. The Sikh and the Gurkhas, they fought by the side of the British, which proved to be a major disadvantage for the rebels. See, what was a major disadvantage for the rebels? It was that the Sikh and the Gurkhas, they fought by the side of the British. And the next one is the British had a superior army, weapon, and military commanders compared to the rebels. See, compared to these rebels, and the British army, no, they were having the superior army was there, the weapons, the well-equipped weapon were with them, and the military force was also military commander. They were more as compared to that of the rebels. All the leaders were fighting for regaining their power or territories lost to the British. See, all the leaders, what they were doing, they wanted to regain their powers, and so that's why powers or their territories to regain, they lost to the British. They were fighting with the British, and they were not fighting for the freedom of their nation. See, it was being felt that they were not fighting for their nation to get their nation free, but they were fighting for what? For regaining their powers or territories. See, one question is being asked in the think, which were the other causes that were responsible for the revolt being failure? So it is at what was the other causes that were responsible for the revolt being a failure. See, the lack, according to me, that it was a lack of awareness in the people of the revolt of the country. It can be the revolt did not take place in the South India. It was in the north, which meant that half of the country did not participated in the revolt. And the third reason might be the narrow vision of the king of the local states was there. The objective of the revolt, like the British have to be driven away of the country, was not been decided, and it can be the revolt did not take place in Bengal, where the Britishers had established their power initially. See, they initially they came to Bengal and they had their power over there. So this revolt did not take place in Bengal. See, these were the other causes responsible for the revolt being a failure. And now we will see is the effect and the consequences. See, the revolt was not successful against the Britishers. However, it still ushered in a new era of change. See, it was not been so much success. It was not successful against whom? Against the Britishers, but it still had a new era of changes. See, first the company rule came to an end in India, and India came under the rule of the crown. See, the company rule, which was the British company rule, that came to an end in India. And what happened? The India that came under the rule of the crown. It came under the crown rule. The interference in the internal affair of the princely state of India was stopped. See, the interference which was being made in the internal affairs of all the princely states of India, that was also stopped. The British government was compelled to change its policy towards India. See, the British government, they were also being compelled. Why? To change the policies that was being towards the India. The salary allowance and the facility given to the Indian soldiers, resources went increase. See, this all were increased. The salary allowance which was given and the facilities which was being provided to the Indian soldiers, they were also being increased. This revolt helped in invoking a feeling of nationalism in the people of India. See, because of this revolt, the revolt that took place in 1857, because of this revolt, it helped in evoking what? The feeling of nationalism. That we are one nation. Nationalism in the people of India, it evoked that also. And see, this in this chapter we came to know how the effects and the consequence of the revolt was being taken place, and how it ended, and what was the revolt failure. I hope you all have understood this chapter. Thank you.